I think that having those few extra days is going to be able to help. It's good seeing FABIEN move around. Very hopeful for what that's going to look like this week. You will continue to see with Trey Ward on where that's at. As he's progressing throughout this week. But all in all, I think it was a very positive time for us with the bye week, and I think our guys got quality work.
I mean, he gives you just a really tough matchup inside. It's hard to block him with one guy just because he's so strong, and he's strong, but he's been in the system now for 3 years, and he plays with the technique necessary to be productive. So he's a team-first player that's unselfish. He battles, he fights, and he uses good technique. So we even saw early in the year he was a problem in the pass game too, just because of his ability to push the pocket. So his opportunity when he's been down has helped guys like Josh Farmer and Malcolm and other guys kind of come along, but at one point when he gets back, it'd be good to have him back.
The overall mindset to work is something that's important, and when you don't have something pressing in that immediate week, really just how guys approach it is it tells you their passion, their hunger, their desire to get better and to fix some of the issues that have shown up. And I thought the work week did that, but also we had a lot of guys that stayed in town this weekend. And I mean, the athletic training room, sometimes when guys get a break, and we tried to intentionally give them a break. We wanted them to have, moments to really decompress, but still do the things necessary to work on their bodies and their minds. And we had a lot of guys that stayed in town, had great treatment sessions. I thought it was I thought that made a statement too, to just that sense of urgency for improvement and for guys to be the best that they can be as we jump into this week. You look at it, and it is twofold. What has been successful for us this year? Because we've had we've had successful drives. We've been able to score touchdowns, not at the rate where we wanted because of some missed opportunities. And there have been some pretty common factors that if you look at, which I watched, I think I mentioned last week, I went through and watched all of them. Times that we've been in the red zone and not, either scored points or, scored touchdowns, usually one of three factors, showed up. It was, a penalty that showed up. It was a missed opportunity, maybe with a drop pass, or there was just a focus issue where maybe a missed assignment or, a mistake that had showed up in that moment. And so a lot of self-inflicted, issues that have shown themselves, and, it's not really the series that we're scoring. It's not, this is that much different. It's just, we've got really talented players. We've got guys that are very capable. I don't think we're far off. I don't think that it's some, it's the glaring issues of, it's, this on this player, that, I mean, those self-inflicted, issues that show up, down in the red zone. I mean, they're going to cost you. You're tighter in your spaces. Obviously the importance of every down, in that area of the field. I mean, and those things have kind of got us. And so we're always reflecting, always making sure that we're doing all that we can to put our guys in the best position to be successful. But those are things that we have to clean up, and that's all part of that consistency. And I've got to make sure that I'm putting our guys in the best position, in those situations as well. So it's always twofold with it.
Yeah, that's one thing we stress, because when you get in the red zone, I mean, you have to do something to get there, and it's not always a big play. Sometimes it was 10 plays to get down there. And now, defensive structure's changing in the red zone. Safeties are tighter. There's more high percentage pressure. There's high percentage movement, things like that. So the focus level has to almost refocus when you get in the red zone. So how do you create that? How do you put them in a situation where they feel that? Well, now you got to kind of probably work red zone at the end of practice. You got to kind of put them in that mindset that they're in once they get in the red zone, and then go reaffirm it, because it can't be the first time they felt it. Like, for example, we come out and we work red zone at the beginning of practice, probably they're not in that mind frame of they just ran 10 plays to get down there. The defense changes, so it's not like, hey, we can segment this and say now we're in the red zone. Defense tightens, so what we got to do a good job is on-field communication with each other. So that comes from the O-line talks to each other, receivers talk, hey, we're here now. Like, it can't be a coach presentation. Hey, we're down here now. These are the things that you got to have those kind of concise reminders on the field, whether it be the center talking to both sides, quarterback, hey, we're here now, let's go back, let's refocus and know what we're going to get down there, what changes from leaving from the open field to down the red zone.
I thought last week was good for us to be able to get out, on the road, to be able to get to a variety of different high schools, seeing different games. It's something I don't ever take for granted. After dealing with the year and a half of COVID, of not being able to leave the office, it's really, we try to capitalize on every opportunity that we get to get out in schools. And I thought we were well received. I'm grateful for all the coaches and the time that they provided to be able to sit down and discuss their prospects, but also just to give their perspective of what they seen from us, and that growth, that the improvement, the competitiveness, the heart, the energy, the passion that our guys play with. That's not going unnoticed. And we've got a lot of excitement from prospects around the state, prospects around the region. This is players, coaches, everybody involved are taking notice of what's going on here in Tallahassee, and we're excited about who we're recruiting, and just making sure we're evaluating, finding those right fits for Florida State as we move forward.